Okay, so hello and welcome back to Warhammer 2 Total War Araby. This will be the 10th episode of it, which means this will be the last episode of it. And then I'm gonna have to think about what I want to do next. Yes, as just a bit of a filler in, this would have been uploaded yesterday. Well, this would have been done yesterday, however, when I started doing my stream yesterday, my internet decided to poop itself and was out for basically the entire night and up to about midday today, so or yesterday now, but yeah, that was unpleasant, at least stream wise. Occupied wise, I kept myself busy by watching Batman the Animated Series and painting models, so it wasn't a complete loss on my part. I apologize for that. There wasn't much I could do. So yes, a day late, but whatever. So last time we dealt with Aswad Sithans. They have just this army here now. And we were going to go to war against the lizardmen down here, which would probably also, which would definitely involve going to war with Greybeard's Prospectors. So we'll probably have to take all this. And yeah, that would be the focus for this at the moment. All this I'm not going to focus about here. Dwarves are doing their stuff. Oh, they've actually taken Mount Squighorn. It's interesting they have these Longbeards. They can't actually recruit them. They must have just had them from when they confederated with with the faction which had them. But I'm pretty sure they can't build them. Yeah.
What do you want of me?
Okay. You can keep going up here.
My will is bound.
Well, I mean, you can go that way. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. So let's see. There's this army here of Khemri, which we should possibly be able to defeat at this place. Just a bunch of skeletons.
I cannot.
These armies are recovering because we fought a large battle at Gorgazan as well, getting rid of Khemri's last settlement. That's their last army there, I believe. And we're holding off here. They'll most likely attack war to resolve that. And we have Majid here. And we have Sultan Jafar here, who I would actually rather like to update your army a bit, because as nice as it is, it's kind of lagging behind in terms of strength. An Arabian Guard would go well. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these.
What brings you here?
And we can get that. Wait 6 turns for that? Really? I'd like to replace this elephant with a war elephant or something. We do have our other army to back us up. And they've got a war elephant and 2 giants. We could also get royal cataphracts in there. I don't want to get rid of too many of the bowmen. I think I'll get rid of 1 unit of bowmen. We don't really need more more cavalry though. Get Mad Mullah Aklan's Death Jazales. How do they compare to normal Jazales? Okay, so let's see. They got 60 more hit points. So each one of them has, like, 2 extra hit points. They got 35 extra armor, which is quite nice. Plus 2 leadership. But, you know, they'd probably get more leadership, actually, when they hit rank 9. Also, we're getting a bonus, because we're in the army and they're not, I'm pretty sure. Speed's the same. plus 2 melee attack, plus 2 melee defense, plus 4 weapon strength, plus 6 charge bonus. Interesting, so they're a bit more competent in combat. 1 extra ammunition, same range, and 4 more missile damage. Ooh. These guys have shield breaker. These guys have blinded. Minus 24 melee attack and defense and minus 30 accuracy. They've also got blood howl and missile resistance. So you can use these in combat as well. At least a blood howl. They'll be a bit more effective. A bit more. There's still a ranged unit. So, you know, don't expect miracles, but it's not that bad. I'm just wondering, do I want to remove this and replace it with another Casbah? Or increase local recruitment capacity as also recruit rank? Yeah, I think I'll do that. Pools of Despair doesn't have a unique building in it. Nope. So we'll build that. Though actually, it will get built just as we don't need it. Because 3 turns from now, so... Sigh. Okay. I probably want to deal with this army. We don't need that there. I'll build walls in Kofa. The Sheik. You can get rid of the farms. To build walls. Get the Grand Yassir. Qatar, actually. Qatar build walls. Okay, end turn. And let's begin the end. During the break, I was actually saying I'll have to think about what faction I want to do next. I think I might have a look at the Belisarians Dragon faction mod, because that's one which I've had in the wings for a month, maybe a bit longer than a month. There's an update coming to it, I think, or he's been working on it in the background, but I think it's got enough in it for me to have a look at. Not that there's like a definite like minimum. I'm just saying that to sound like I have a plan. I don't really. It's just what I feel like at the time. Illusion broken. Oh well. But yeah, I think I'll have a look at Belisarian's Dragon mod. Because that's interesting. They start over here. Which is not in the new worlds as I'd like, as I was saying last time, I just remembered. I also had a request for the Blue Vipers faction, which would be interesting. Or the, Red Skull? Red Bone faction? Something like that. One of the Greenskins, I think, led by Gorfang Rockgut. Red Fangs. I think it's that one. Or the Blue Vipers, which are a Savage Orc faction, which starts all the way over here. Which is in the new world, which would be interesting. They get a bonus versus large on their many infantry units, which would help against all the lizardmen and giant dinosaurs and all that. You can get Amber Spear, why not? Go here. Go here. In camp. What? 48%. Okay, you're just suffering attrition. We can easily deal with this. I'll just auto-resolve this. There we go. Oh no, we lost the slaves. Get the money. And you get a messenger. And Kemmery is destroyed. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of you as well. We lost a unit of slaves. That was the garrison. Yeah, that's the garrison. That's not my army. They must have been really, really low. Oh, interesting. Okay. Do we take any human factions as slaves? I don't think we were taking Bretonians as slaves, were we? Or do we only take Arabians as slaves? Oh, get that. S1 Sithans are no more. We get another steel standard. What's that do? Speed plus 20%. Quite nice. Yeah, get some spears. You can force march over here. Omar, you can get the amber spear, sure, because I want to see how that works on your mount. And you can get arcane conduit. You can get amber spear, I suppose. And passer, you can get. What's your bonus? Okay, campaign movement range. Yeah, Capo Master. Go. Everything's fine there. Everything's fine here. Sorcerer's Islands, it's got that. We've got Mystical Palace of the Wizard Caliph. Zandri's got one more turn before it's going to be upgraded. Rules of Despair, I was going to build the Caspar, so let's do that. And let's see. What do I want from you? If we're fighting the Lizardmen, we're going to want anti-large. Get another unit of Camel Riders Giselles and get 2 units of Bedouin Scouts. Okay. It's kind of weird now. There's not that many opponents to fight against down here. There's actually no opponents to fight down here. The only enemies we're going to have are the ones which we're going to make. Get this, and we'll have to take that. Okay, let's see. What's over here? Shirk's Bone Crusher. What a lovely name. Let's end turn. Lothern Confederates Kathik. Anything else? I did have one person expressing their disappointment that I ended the Chaos Dwarf campaign a bit earlier than I was planning to. I understand that, as I said, for anyone else who feels the same. Me doing a campaign with a faction does not preclude me doing another playthrough as that faction later on. The main reason I ended the Chaos Dwarf campaign was because I saw it was sort of going to end up being fighting endless stacks of the Empire. Or endless stacks of the Order factions, which kind of kills my enthusiasm for it, because too many fights gets tedious.
Follow the winds.
Especially if each one of them is like, you know, if I win this, good. But then next turn I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 more armies, and just having to make like every battle is like the difference between continuing the campaign or just dying is It's just kind of stressful, I suppose. Is really, only way I can put it. Let's see. Get Sultan's Royal Armory. Nope. And you can get... Let's see, against Lizardmen. Get Soul Blight level 2. Pardon me. And you can get... I'm going to keep my garrison. 3 more turns for Jihad. Public order will go down by 5. Recruitment costs will be minus 40%. Yep. Got 9% of the slaves we can have in El Hike over there. How much money are we getting from it? 222. And minus 1 to public order. I know we can get slaves by raiding regions. The fact that we don't get them after most of our battles by capturing slaves after a fight is really does kind of make getting an economy off that a bit more difficult. Maybe if we fought more of the human factions. But we were fighting Bretonia, and I don't think I was getting slaves during that. I think most of the slaves I've gotten is from raiding. Because it's all, and for most of the part, when I was attacking settlements, I was wanting to claim the settlements. And you don't get slaves from that. It's only when you sack it. Or, is there a colonize and sack and colonize option? I think there is. Oh. Wargheim, Strigos Empire is expanding over there. Agma tribe, get peace with the Red Fangs. Okay. Continue over here. Kasabar does have some unique buildings. I would like to get this. Crypt of Abdul Ben Rashid, because it will give us necromancers, which sounds pretty cool. Cause of vampiric corruption. But and there's also this one, Ivory Palace of Kasabar, which is nice for war elephants. How much do we need for that? 7,740. Okay, that's fine. I wonder, does the livestock pens building, the pastures building here, reduce the upkeep of our camels and horses? Be nice if it does. Upkeep. No, expensive. Okay, what can you get? Inspiring presence. And Zandri. We could just raid the pyramids now and get the extra income, and there's no Tomb Kings around here to get uppity with us. Extra 500 income? I mean, I think Labaris is still around, but they're all the way over on the other side of the mountains. Sure. Excavation of Amenemhetum's pyramid. Oh no, they're not. Silver Host is over here. Oh no, Lamia's up here. And in Labaris. No, Labaris. Court of Labaris, not Lamia. Court of Labaris is here. Labaris and Lamia. It's the other way around. It's Khalida. Okay, so you're recruiting those. Where's the Caspar? They've been now level 8. That's fine. We'll probably be able to attack with these three armies. I want to keep these ones up here because that Lizardman army, which was around here somewhere. None shall pass. Yep. You can continue standing around here. What are we getting next up here? Academia. Nice. Okay. End turn. Ah, Nashid, I forgot you. Population surplus and land of the dead. Avaland is wandering around up there. I should send a hero over to Lostria to have a look and see what's going on over there. Greybeard's Prospectors get a peace negotiated with Tlaqua. Which I think is a faction down here? Yeah. And also with Tlaqua. Perhaps they suspect my inevitable betrayal. Corone declares war on the Ugba tribe. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Where do I want to send you? Down here, I suppose.
Seeking out the light.
Let's see. Arcane Conduit. Yep. Move you to here. You're still recruiting the dervishes there. You can position yourself there. I actually think I'm gonna have to get rid of some of my units. Sit in Zandri. Our income's gone up now. Okay, fine. Yep, one more turn. Okay, end turn. Just having a look around and seeing whether there's anything else I wanted to do. Doesn't seem like it. It's just moving armies around for the most part now. Join us or perish in our way. No! Fools. Cannot see the writing on the wall. You are not long for this world. The altar book will be mine! And I'm just going to straight up declare war on them. You know, nut to nuts with diplomacy. It's the last episode. Consequences be damned. Military alliance between Greybeard's Prospectors and Marienburg and Corone. Okay, go here.
Quiet. Listen.
You can get scouting level 3. So what the altar book has walls. Yeah, you know what? Declare war. Reliability is already very low. Nuts to you! My diplomacy reliability rating can't get any lower! And yep, Greybeard's Prospectors joined them in the war, as to be expected. Wow. No! Who would have thought declaring war on them has actually ruined my economy because of all the trading we were doing with them? Oh. Let's try and resolve this a bit. Bye, ogres. And you. There we go. Ah! Into positive again.
The trees tell me much.
Okay. Auto save. Or quick save. Holy Stealer. So, lizardmen. Yes. Have we fought against the lizardmen in my episode, in any of my series? Or don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was only as a random encounter. So yeah, lizardmen as a whole, their units are quite tough. Their Saurus warriors are a bit above average. The skinks are like the numerous ones. They're not as tough, but they're faster, more flexible. A lot of their units have primal instincts, which causes them to rampage, but also improves their stats. Or at least Saurus have. Skinks don't. They also have a bunch of large, monstrous creatures. Cold One Spear Riders. Anti-large. Also these, Chameleon Skinks. Which are ambushing units. Pterodon Riders also. Which have these drop bomb abilities. Drop rocks and drop rocks asundering. Oh, right. That's a unique one to Tlaqua, isn't it? 30 seconds sundered armor, minus 30 armor. That's pretty nice, really. These are bombs. They drop rocks on the enemy and they deal a surprising amount of damage. Limarason. Okay. Lizardmen are a fun faction to play as, because you get so many, like, large dinosaurs to stomp around the battlefield with. Also powerful spellcasters. Their lords, the Saurus lords and heroes are good as well. The cavalry's pretty good. Cold One Riders, I think they're pretty good. I don't think they've got that much armor compared to other factions. But you can heal them using your spellcasters. I don't think they've really got any artillery. They've got the solar engine, is it called? The Stilodon was solar engine, which shoots like a blast of light. Like the, what's it called? Like the, Empire unit of light. I forget what it's called. It's like got all the mirrors on it.
What do you bid?
Okay, let's see. Attack here. That seems like a good spot. Let's ignore the fact that we're now in a jungle. Wherever lizardmen are, there's jungle. Lizardmen, for the most part, live in the jungles of Lustria. So there are small groups of them around other places.
Yes, sir.
You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. And you can go. Okay, do that. that. And do that. Hold ground, and I'm going to have you attack the wall here. Yeah, it's a nice blind spot in the corner here. They also don't really have that much ranged. You'll note these skinks have ranged, but they're javelins. So they've only got a range of 80. They don't have archer units. I forget what the longest range thing that the lizardmen have. It might be just that the Stylodon with the light cannon on it. I mean, their towers are longer ranged. No, they're casting their Stealer on us. How dare they? The Stealer is stealing all of our momentum. Ha ha ha. Okay, go over here. You can go there. They actually did cast it on our artillery, so our artillery's accuracy is down. How's that wall coming? 36. Yeah, a number of the rocks are hitting the trees. Get over here. Oh, they've also got a Stegodon or a Bastillodon with a bolt thrower on it, I think. So it's like a moving artillery piece. They have a nice one I like with the blowpipes on it, which is quite good. Good against infantry. Don't hit my giants with these bolters. Wham, wham. Good. Nice, nice. Let's group all of our archers up here like this. What's that? Oh, there's like bubbles popping up in the swamp. Oh, do you not put your shields up? Yeah, it looks like you don't put your shields on when you get attacked. Wham! Well done. And we can't destroy that corner bit.
Standing by. Yes, sir. Taking position. Our weapons are yours. Show us the foe.
And there we go. They're not really. We haven't attacked yet.
Yes, sir.
Nothing. Oh. And skinks are just adorable.
Yes, sir. No lingering. At speed. Take the ground.
Smack him! Smack those Saurus. Shout at them. Wham! No, skinkies. No! Leave my amethyst wizard alone! Stomp. As a Saurus Scar veteran. Bonk. Wham! Saurus spears. Perhaps not the best thing for like ogres to fight against. They are anti-large.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quickly. Formation, march. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, he did a lot of damage to the giant. Pretty good job there. Chop! Chop! Ah! Let's see. Going here. I do like how the lizardmen look. Pretty cool. I think they actually look quite different than how they did on the tabletop. Their head's a different shape. What it did. Okay. Go there. You go there. Anyone else want to come in and help? Ah.
What do you bid?
Amethyst wizard. Wizard ready.
Oh yeah, flying carpets. Come in. Wah!
Our weapons are yours. Quick march.
Position yourselves in here.
Our weapons are yours. Moving now.
You go there. You go there.
Standing by.
Shoot those chameleon skinks. No. Ah! No! We're taking fire. Attack the pterodons. Meow. Over here. Whee!
What do you bid? We obey.
Okay, charge them. Wah! Not really wah. Oh, they killed an ogre. Oh well. But we killed many more of them. Cavalry. You can move in. Move up to here.
Show us the foe.
Sure.
Our weapons are yours. Standing by.
Keep charging.
Yes, sir! Yes, General! Sigma calls! Battle wizard! Savage power! Standing by! Sir! Take the ground!
Move up to here. Just keep charging. Flying carpets. Attack those Carmelian skinks. Whee! They're not very good combatants. Melee combatants, anyway. No! Not the bombs!
Yes, sir! At speed!
And there we go. Victory. Hooray! Angry giant noises. Hey. One thing I'll need to test with these is that I previously said that these don't seem that the flying carpets don't seem to have a air-to-air attack. Thought they should because they're using the what's it called? They're using the Pegasus animation model set, I believe. So they should still have an attack in midair, even if they don't have an animation, even if they're not showing an animation to attack. I haven't had a look close to see whether that's still... whether in fact they actually do deal damage or not, but from what I saw it didn't seem like they did. Most of the damage I noticed was being dealt with my by my Ifrit. I have to try and get them entangled in midair in air-to-air combat again sometime to see whether they're actually able to deal any damage against an air assailant. I mean, I do kind of agree, even if the unit doesn't have an animation. I mean, hang on. Total War can be rather detailed in things like this. I kind of think the game would be like, if the unit doesn't have the animation for swinging a sword, then they don't actually hit target. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure with ranged attacks, at least in some of the historical games, if the shot hits the shield of a target, or the arrow hits the shield, then it's blocked. Like, it actually has to hit the shield. It's not just a, you know, if you shoot a target from the front arc, then the shield has a chance to block it. It's actually hitting the physical shield on the model. So, to me, that would say if the animation doesn't play, then regardless of the stats of the unit, it's not actually, like, connecting with the target, because it doesn't have an animation to swing its sword to hit the target. We got the most kills in their army. 17 for some Saurus with spears. 14 for some of their Cold One Saurus riders. Who got the most kills on our army? At least on this one. 40 and 30 for the Flying Carpets. Chasing down the Skinks though. 22 for the Ifrit. 23 and 31 for the Trebuchet. Rather impressive. They must have been hitting a lot of the units on the walls. 3 and 14 for our Ogres. I think the other army actually got more kills. They certainly took more losses. Yeah, I wonder what that unit of Southlanders took in terms of casualties. Also, I apologize if I sound a bit strained. I have a lovely ulcer in my mouth and it's making talking a little difficult. Pastor El Rahim got 3 kills. 1, 6, 5, and 3 for our archer units. Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for Tlaqua, for Tic-Tac-Toe's army. Went north. Ought to be turning around right about now. To come and deal with me. Let's see whether we get any unique buildings in this settlement. I was also saying during the break that it seems like the halflings have got some other stuff coming in the wings for them. Because there were some images put up of a baby dragon in the works for the halflings. Because the halflings have a variety of mounts which they can have for their lords, and one of them was a ickle dragon. So, that'd be interesting. I mean, I don't know what its strength would be like. It's just a baby dragon. I don't think it even had a fire breath. I don't know how the halflings would get their hands end up getting a baby dragon. Maybe the dragons go to the moot because the food there is good. Did that ranger banner go on anyone better? Those ogres. Really? I don't know what I tend to think about the ranger banner. I mean, it'd be useful to use it on a cavalry unit. But I tend to use cavalry units in pairs, so unless I have 2 ranger banners, I don't really want to put it on one of the units. Because then the other one will be slowed down. What it does, I think, if that is a ranger's banner, it gives Strider to the unit, which means that they don't take a speed penalty when they go through difficult terrain. Okay, yeah, let's see what they got. 37, 18, 32. That's pretty good against Saurus. 92, 52, 55, 23, 66. Okay, yeah, we could get slaves from this. I just want to occupy it. Oh, it's occupied. This isn't actually a province originally of part of Araby? Sounds like it should be. Yeah, get guardhouse. And yeah, you get Pan's Impenetrable Pelt level 2. You can get Soul Blight level 3. And Brigid, get if your army got in it. Get Bowmaster.
What brings you here?
Okay, no unique buildings? Nope. Okay.
More gold. I will not disgrace
Right.
my ancestors.
Ulrich Ranulfson, we're gonna have to deal with the... We're gonna have to deal with the dwarves now. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I want you over here as well, Omar. Begin the long march. I could put you into a hike.
Don't think so.
I mean, we should be able to deal with that army if they attack us. It's not that big. The dwarven army here, most of them are just 30. Legion Vanguard. Acting as self-sufficient commando groups, these Dawi have to take out key targets that the main army can't deal with easily otherwise. Offensive fighter style and defensive fighting style. Push-up slayers, line breakers, sentries, obsidian legionnaires with shield breaker muskets, heavy thunderers, scouts, gyrocopter, brimstone gun, and 2 organ guns, along with Ulrich Ranulfson. I think we can deal with that. Let's march up there with all of our Promethean hatchlings and all that. Okay, end turn. And then next turn we'll march up here. And take Jaluk Oasis, and then we'll move through the Vulture Mountains area, whatever it's called. Atalan Mountains. All the evil factions are going to like us for doing this, because we're breaking treaties. Reichland gets a military alliance with the Border Princes. Elland gets a military alliance with the Border Princes. Greybeard's Prospectors move to there. That's interesting. I was expecting them to run away.
Yes.
Follow the winds.
Okay. Go over to here. Build the walls there. Continue up here. Jaluk Oasis has that in it. Good.
Finding paths.
Go past him.
Leaving.
Veal Tekkud. keep going up here. Yeah, that's what I thought. All the way over there? How do you retreat that far? Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah, whatever. Okay, let's play this. This shouldn't be too difficult. Greybeard's Prospectors are tougher than normal dwarves. They're individually more elite than other dwarf armies, but they're low in numbers, and I don't think the AI would really be able to utilize them as effectively as the human player. They can't because they're kind of a different style. Oi, Snebber. Why's you looking at me, chopper? What? How's about you? Looks at it a little bit closer, yeah? Yeah. Eat dish. What's the biggest threat in this army? Ushabti Slayers. Because they are armoured slayers and they're anti-large. Ulrich Ranulfson's probably going to be a bit of a pain. Oh, don't have a good thing to deal with him. A good way to deal with him. Pretty much all of the units though are actually missing shields. So we should be able to shoot them. These guys have shields. These also have shields when they're not using their ranged attacks. Oh, they're actually starting downhill. Look at that. The map is not actually benefiting the AI, unless they start over here, on top of the hill. Which they probably will. Or not. No, they could have started up here, but they're starting there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are ready.
Go like this.
Ready.
Not actually going to have those guys appear right there in front of them.
Standing by. Yes, sir.
Okay,
What do you bid?
and there. Right, so.
Moving now. Let us go. Understood. No lingering. Take the ground. Show us the foe. Take the ground. What do you bid? Awaiting. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's have a look at these units, since we haven't seen them since I played as the Greybeard Prospectors. So as you see, they're much smaller in number. It's like 30 in a unit. That's a heavy Thunderers. They have more damage, I think? Yeah, armor piercing. No, those are scouts, actually. That's the heavy Thunderers. There they are. Yeah. They've also got more armor. 100 armor. Shabti Slayers. Yeah, Vanguards, I think. Legion Vanguards, yeah. I really like their clubs. Look a little silly. They're just too big for the dwarves. Shield Breakers. The Obsidian Legionnaires. Shield Breaker Muskets. Very nice. They're sort of a mixture of a frontline troop, but they're also got a Shield Breaker Musket, which means units which they shoot have their, you know, shield parry lowered. These are Line Breakers, which are anti-infantry. This versus large armor, well, bonus versus infantry and armor piercing. some physical resistance. So good for attacking the front lines, as it says. Okay, go here. Go here.
Our weapons are yours. No lingering. Ready for war.
Also, these gyrocopters.
Awaiting orders. To battle.
Though we have to be careful because their guys are tougher than mine. But their organ gun cavalry are not that much. Strong little buggers. Yeah, they are.
We are ready. What do you think? Yes, sir. Ready for war. Charge!
However, them being low in number
Charge!
means that they're going to rout pretty quickly. It's
Standing by.
just not going to have the
War! Roar!
resolve
Our weapons are yours.
to last for that long in combat.
Standing by. Go. Awaiting orders. Charge! Attack! Withdraw! We obey! At speed! What do you bid? Awaiting orders! Yes! We obey! Ah! Show us the foe!
Actually, shoot them.
Form a ring of steel! We are ready! Understood! Yes, sir! Sigmar calls!
Yeah, they really don't have the
Show us the foe!
focus to properly utilize an army. This is not a army big enough to really deal with us in the first place, but
Our weapons are yours! Yes, sir! And yes, sir! Moving! Standing by! Withdraw! War!
hey, there goes. Oh, there goes two of the gyrocopters. Ooh, what's that? The dwarf is just sitting there. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've noticed that before. Part of the model gets a bit warped. That's the no, it's not. I thought it was that. Oh, oh, that's the gun on the front. Yeah, it looks like it's split in half, and half of it's gone that way. Okay. Interesting.
Yes, sir! We are ready!
We're just wearing down
Our weapons are yours!
the Ushabti Slayers. Chop! And there we go. Easy. Greybeard's Prospectors is a fun faction to play as, if you like the idea of a dwarf faction which is small in infantry number but is backed up by very powerful artillery, as well as just individually good and flexible units, as well as a lot of choices. The main lord, I forget what his name is, he has an option to go either full engineer or repent and become a slayer, which changes him to a melee lord as opposed to a ranged lord. You also have the choice of whether you want to go engineering in your research tree, or you can go to following, sort of going back to dwarf tradition, and you gain access to dwarven units. But the engineering route gives you access to various upgrades which you're taking from other factions, like Vampire Coast, extra gunpowder, or Skaven, Weeping Blade, or your Weeping Blade effects, which applies these to several of your units. Some of them even change the function of them, so you can actually get silver bullets for your ranged units, which give them magical attacks, which take from the Empire. So get the idea of it from the Empire and utilize it. Oh, what else is there? The one for explosive ammunition, which is the one that I got in my playthrough, which means that your heavy thunderers are shooting explosive ammunition, which is very nice against grouped infantry. Oh man, it just knocks them down, and very, very nice. Kind of nasty for friendly fire, but it's pretty awesome. And then, of course, as I said, the artillery. The big piece is the what's it called? The Steel Rain Mortar, which is a lot of fun. It's a mortar which, well, shoots a mortar shell, but when it gets close to the ground, it explodes and it splits up into a whole bunch of little shots, and they spread out into a circle, and it saturates the air. Mini explosions, which is very nice against grouped infantry, though problematic against your own. But very nice for whittling down the enemy armies before they get close to you. There's also precision cannons, which are more accurate. I don't know if if longer ranged than other cannons, but they're good for sniping things from a long distance. What else is there? Can't really remember. They also, as you see here, they do have organ guns. I think they get the steam tank. I think they get something like that, which they sort of take from the Empire, but develop it on their own to make it better. Yeah. Oh, they've also got like Satchel Charges. Some of the units, I think is it the sentries? One of their units have access to Satchel Charges, which are they're like flashbangs, which slow the enemy down dramatically, disorientate them, so that you can get an extra few rounds off on the enemy before they get into melee, which is quite nice. There's also a regiment of renowned, sort of a sentry unit, which I think have an ability which you can use against walls to blow the wall up, I think. When I was playing it, the unit could only really use the ability against towers or the gates, I think, and not the walls, because if you try to use the ability on the walls, the unit just defaults to trying to climb the wall. Who is the mod made by? Have a look. Elon is the one who made Greybeard's Prospectors. There you go. Quite fun. The reason why we're playing against them at the moment, as well as just because we start in Araby, because Greybeard's Prospectors starts in Volta Mountain, or in actual those mountains all up, I think they control all of them except for maybe Bartek. But with OV and Lost Factions, they don't own the central settlement because that's taken by the trolls. Is because earlier on in the campaign, the main dwarf faction actually confederated into Greybeard's Prospectors, which is something I'd seen in one of my other campaigns. But It's the first time I've actually had it happen in one of my campaigns which I've recorded, so quite interesting. That's why Ulrich Ranulfson here is part of Greybeard's Prospectors. Yeah, pardon the captives. There we go. Bye bye. Hunter and a scribe. Go to Elhike. And Farouk, you can get Sultan's Royal Armory. I was actually going to see. Okay, so this army, I had put a point into this to see whether that improved my Corsairs. I don't believe it did. So let's see, they have 50 melee attack. Oh, this increases melee defense and armor. So let's see, they have 25 armor, and they have 33. 25, 33. Okay, so neither of these, this nor this, improves Corsairs. None of them might actually improve Corsairs. I'm just... because none of them say that they improve Corsairs, but I was just making sure. Okay. Nope, hang on. Someone had a level. Ah, you. Tariq. You can get Sultan's Royal Armory level 3. You can continue marching.
What do you want of me?
And that's fine. Yeah, Kofa, get that. Okay, end turn. We'll go take Martek. We'll have Omar come over and take Eye the Panther. These guys can take Juluk's Oasis and then take Vulture Mountain. And then we'll own the entirety of Nehekar and Araby. I might go until we finish that. We'll see how we go. Servants of Filmody declare war on the Ugma tribe. Okay, Thorgr Grudgebearer is up there. The dwarves do own a lot of this. Yeah, they're really not enemies with anyone. Let me see. Barona's Time Warp.
What brings you here?
You can move to... Yep. Yeah.
I walk this earth.
Go to there. And to there.
I heard your orders on the wind.
And start raiding. Do we have any other armies coming up here? No. Okay. You lot can combine. You can go to there. You can go there. Get more Arabian Corsairs to replace those ones. And... yeah. Yep. End turn. Oh, Nashid. going to declare war on us? Avalon declares war on us. Well. It's like one faction steps out of line and then everyone's just like, death!
Preparing rites of exorcism.
Grant the request.
I serve no master. I refuse.
Ooh. What are you getting in here? Oh, Tic-Tac-Toe actually lost their lord up here. Okay. What's his name? Rata Platen. Saw spears with shields. Saw spears without shields. Saurus warriors. Red-crested skinks. Carmelian skinks. Razordon hunting pack. Ancient salamander. Sacred croxigores. And 2 pterodon riders.
No. Begone.
And dwarves are arriving. I might have to defend our settlements over here from them. Go there. Go to El Hike. Get the tall walls. Omar, you can continue over here. We need to get rid of this. One way or the other.
Quiet. Listen.
Bowmaster. Do I want to attack them with my trebuchets, with my giants? Giants are actually a bit better because they can just smack holes in the walls. I'll do that.
Orders. Traveling on.
Okay, there. And there. And that's quite a nasty garrison. So, let's see. Yeah, they have Temple Guard, which are pretty good. Anti-large halberd infantry, skinks. Gold 1 spear riders. Bastillodon was a revivification crystal. Causes terror. It's got this revivification crystal. Replenishes hit points in combatants. Also resurrects dead combatants. I haven't actually used it too much to see how often it resurrects units. But yeah, it's an ability to have to use. It's got 7 casts of it, so that's interesting. I don't think there's actually that many healing spells which resurrect living units. Like that. Croxigores, and an ancient stegodon. This is the one I like. I think it's got giant blowpipes. Yeah. Okay. Also the main army up here. Is this a unique map? Yeah, it looks like it. Blade of the Ancient Skies. Active if flying. Oh, interesting. It doesn't affect. It doesn't. That doesn't work if he's attacking a ground unit. +5 leadership for the Lord's army and passive ability. Okay. Yeah. Let's just attack straight out then. We'll knock some holes in the walls with our giants. That's why I attacked with the army with the giants in it, so that we actually get them on the battlefield. If I had them as a reinforcing army, they wouldn't come until... They wouldn't arrive on the battlefield until I'd lost a lot of other units. Because they're right at the end of the list of units on the army. All these units would take precedent in appearing on the battlefield before these. The same with the artillery. Even though this isn't my strongest army, but oh well. Lords always come into the battlefield first because they're first in the list, which is not. It's good to have them. Sometimes you always want to have more infantry, though. Perhaps it would be good if you could actually decide what units arrive on the battlefield, or at least what order they arrive on the battlefield. What this settlement would look like? I don't think I've actually seen this map. Like in an interesting valley area over here. Okay. Ooh. Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. Road going up here. I feel like it could do without these two. But then they've just built it in the middle of the road like that. Neat. Oh look, there's a bunch of giant fly traps. Pitcher plants also around the place. It's interesting. What is that? Like a proxical staff with a... I suppose that's like a arc or something? Yeah. Things and doodads. Interesting temples everywhere. Yeah, like that. That's what I want. So it must have been done on purpose. Unless this one with the crystal is just like that. And this. That causes a bit of a frame rate drop. Possibly a few too many particle effects there. Though the effect is quite neat. Like this bridge here. Interesting use of these halberds. Like a big gate there. Oh, look at that. Okay. Yeah, there's a throne there for a Slan mage priest. They'd be sitting up here contemplating. As they are wont to do. Apparently there's steps in case you get stuck down here. Nice. I just like looking at all these. What's this? Oh, I see. This is like a quarry. Yeah, there's all these sandstone blocks everywhere. Haha. Yeah, that's neat. So they've been constructing all the temples and all that. Yeah. Cool. Ooh. Interesting. Why is that red there? Temple of Sotek? Is it like bloody water? Maybe? Again, this just makes me amazed at how impressive the graphics have gotten in games. It's like, this could do for a first person game. But it's not anywhere near a first person game. I mean, graphics wise, you know. Giant cogs. Oh, they're like constructing walls over here or something? Oh. And there's all this. What's all this malarkey? Stairs. Is it? Yeah, there's like stairs with ladders. Just going up the mountain. Something on top of the mountain? I can't see. Nope. Can't see. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. There's like a little temple or something up the top there. And I wish you could see that. There's no, like, pillar which you can, like, lift the camera up on to see if I look up there? No? Okay. I'm fine. Oh, that's all pretty cool looking. So we get to... Sure, let's attack over here. There's only 2 towers.
Standing by. We are ready. Yes, sir. Our weapons are yours. Show us the foe. We are ready.
And the elephant. There we go.
Wizard of Death.
Okay. I like the idea that the lizardmen had just, like, chosen this little valley area to make their base in. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Right. Yeah, they have, level 3 walls. So these towers are shooting bolts of light, which are busy killing my giants. They hurt. A lot. A lot. A lot. A lot.
Is imminent.
And look at all that stuff. Backed up back here. Let's do this. I feel kind of bad about doing this because this is such a powerful ability, but... let's cut their numbers down to size. Huh, interesting. It hit this unit, but not these guys. Wonder why. Did it hit the building or something? Oh well. Serves me right. Or using overpowered abilities. Ow! Oh, jeez. Wow. That hurt you. That was very accurate too. Ooh, yeah. I can see people were saying that that these towers are really powerful. They weren't kidding. You nearly died from all that, including a miscast there. You've now retired, and you can go over there. Thanks, Ow. Can we not, like, stand in those turrets range? Those turrets hurt. And I'd rather not have to deal with them. Just smack them about town. Giants. They're much more powerful, even, than the,
What do you bid? What do you bid? Come on, this
what's it called? Than the, Empire's... Oh dear.
summon fire!
Ow. Then the, Empire's turrets, which deal, what's it called?
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Clockwork bombs? Yeah.
I am prepared. Standing by.
Okay, there's one tower. Turret. No!
Mason, mark.
Eh,
Lights are on fire.
get away from that thing.
Show up.
It hurts. It hurts so much.
Yes, sir. Moving now.
Tic-tac-toe's not that powerful of a lord. I mean, we could just shoot him.
Our weapons are
Why don't you
yours.
just shoot him?
Fire! Climbing the wall, sir.
They got our Giselle sniping him out of the air. Ow, 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 ow. Uah.
Yes, sir. Formation, march. No surrender. Yes, sir.
Oh. He fled. He's broken. Maybe he'll recover? Probably not, because he's so fast on his mount. Nope. Okay, well, he served his purpose. You did good, lad. Real good. Perhaps not as good as you could have. Hey. Another unit of archers. Okay, come over here. Okay. Attack the wall here. This may as well be completing our destruction.
I am fury. Ready. Illuminus calls.
Banishment. Boing. Really don't feel this should be doing that much damage against the lizardmen, but yeah. Just because Law of Magic, Law of Light is like the anti-undead.
Awaiting orders.
At least in theory. Just theme-wise, predominantly, it's like anti-infantry. How's the temple guy going? I've got shields. I do like all the little doodads the lizardmen have on them. Bits of armor and tokens and all that they have on them. Very neat. Okay, gate's broken.
Our weapons
That's
are
broken.
yours.
Everything's broken.
Charge.
Charge.
Standing by.
I wish you were on an elephant. Oh well. Oh, tic-tac-toe!
What do you bid? We obey! Yes, sir!
Ah, there he goes.
Yes, sir!
Dead.
Prepare for combat!
How do Croxigor fare against an elephant? There's a stegodon. This is a heck of a mashup. Araby versus men. Can I get like a neat image somewhere? Can't get too close to the walls because the camera ends up going too high. Let's see. Yeah, we also see the dervishes there. Fun. Cutting apart lizard men. Wait a bit longer, perhaps.
What do you bid?
Here comes the ogres.
Understood! We are ready! No lingering!
Charge! Can you deal with that stegodon, please? Before I get stuck in the wall.
Our weapons are yours!
I think it's retreating. Fill it full of arrows! Ah! Oop, pardon.
Standing by!
Go on. Make sure it doesn't return. Oh dear, I think it's rallied. Shoot it! Bring it down! Oh, it's retreated again.
Deathly winds. It's a path.
There you go. And there we go. God, that was a lot of arrows.
Standing by! What do you bid? Awaiting orders! Yes, sir! We are ready! Strike them down! Show us the foe! Attack!
Go over here. Hands impenetrable belt.
Go!
No, my elephant.
Now!
Uh-oh. The Celadon was a revivification crystal. Which is always a pain to say, every time I say it. Revivification. Always feels like I'm saying it wrong. Oh look, the Razordons. I haven't actually seen these too often. So yeah, they shoot spikes from their tails. I think they're anti-infantry? Let's see. Armor piercing. Not anti-infantry. But I think they might have been described to me as being like a shotgun type unit.
Ready for war! What do you bid? Taking position!
What was that? Oh, the ancient Salamander. They spit fireballs. Ugh. Though, occasionally they friendly fire.
Formation, march!
I think the cavalry should be able to deal with these. Yeah, their melee attack's only 20. Oh, look. Razordons. Just really, really spiky lizards. Oh, there's the Croxigals. Sacred Croxigals was their big power gauntlets. Ow. That was a bunch of guys getting gibbed. Jibbed.
Our weapons are yours! Our weapons are yours! At speed! Moving now!
Giants!
Yes, sir! Quick march! Yes, sir, quickly! Awaiting orders! Quick march!
How are you dealing with those Razordons? Alright, I suppose. They've killed 24.
Understood! We are ready! Amber Wizard! Now!
Oh, there we go. Turn around.
Standing by! Attack!
Red crested skinks, but oh, and there we go. They were terror routing, is what I was going to say, but then they all broke. So there we go. Ah. I almost feel sad for them, the skinks. They are so adorable.
Taking position! Shields up!
Get up on the walls. Use their towers against them. No, forget it. Close victory. Oh, that went well. Powerful magic. Leveled the battlefield a fair bit. Or tilted it in our favour. Majid got 11 kills. 28 for the Mukhtaran champions. 1029 for the Southland Warriors. 63 and 12 for our Arabian Guard. 10, 12, and 5 for our Spears. 13 and 57 for our Ogres. I think the Ogres helped an awful lot against their Saurus. 7, 10, 12, the Archers. 24 and 37 for our Knights. And they don't seem like they took as many casualties as I thought they did. 56 for our Elephant. And 49 and 36 for our Giants. $187 kills for their Ancient Salamander. Wow. I suppose it was just sitting off to the side there, shooting at us. Spitting at us, rather. 5 kills for Tic-Tac-Toe. 25 kills for the Razordon hunting pack. That was, I suppose, against the Arabian Knights. 17 for the Sacred Croxigors. I haven't used them myself, so I don't know how they function exactly. I think they're more just stronger Croxigors with magical attacks, because I think they're Power Fists. They're not called Power Fists. I'm pretty sure they're not called Power Fists. I'm just calling them what the things are in Warhammer 40,000. Frikandel? Frikandel? Suffered the most losses. Master El Rahim's army. Which got killed by the Ancient Salamander. So yes, I'm glad I had those giants in the army to knock holes in the walls and to deal with those towers. Very useful. I feel that that they're more useful in many ways than the artillery, because they attack much more often. And they have consistent hit rate as well. I think, do they do more damage per shot? No, I think they do like 8% damage to the wall. And they hit. That would take like 14, 15 hits to get through the wall. I'm glad I was able to use the Arabian Knights in that. I haven't really used them too often during combat. I think I've primarily been going for either the cataphracts. Really recruited any cataphracts. A lot more of the camels and the faster moving Bedouin scouts, because I use the cavalry for more flanking maneuvers and harassing enemy infantry. Also the Bloodhound's nice. -4 leadership on top of the penalties from getting charged in. Which the Arabian Knights don't have, but they are more heavily armored, so strength. Come on, nearly there. Again, the AI doesn't really utilize its flyers and all that during a siege. It had those 2 Pterodon units, and they would have helped. They could have dropped bombs on us, lowered our armor to help their Saurus, but it just keeps them on the central square. Like when you're fighting Bretonia and they have a whole bunch of Pegasus riders in their army. They don't really do anything in the battle, and then they just flee at the end because the rest of the army is wiped out. 273 kills for Mahmud, and he didn't die, he fled. That's fine. 44 kills for him. Did he get stuck in combat? I suppose he did. It's pretty good for a mage. And occupy. Rata Platin. Out of the skies. The skies are brighter and safer today now the bewinged purveyor of death from above has been taken down. Campaign movement range plus 10%. Campaign line of sight plus 10%. Defeated tic-tac-toe. And Tlaqua is no more. Okay, let's stop raiding our own region. And you can get evasion. And Majid, you can get rally. Now, Jaluk Oasis. What do we get here? Okay. No new buildings. No unique building. Get grazing pastures. And I get the basic balls. Sure. Okay, well, then technically we control the entirety of Araby as it is. I'm kind of surprised these 2 regions don't have unique buildings in them. This is southern desert of Araby. But yeah, we own all of this. This is just sort of extra, as I'm counting it, in our campaign. If we end up taking that. But yes, it's effectively the goal I had set for ourselves has been completed. All of this. Except for that. But I'm not interested in the forest. Or this. Pretty good. Or this over here. As I say, I don't know whether a map of the Arabian Empire was ever really depicted. There is stuff where they had taken Stalia at some point, but I was just focusing on taking all this. We have done that. Hooray! Now we've got to fight against the Dwarfs, because we must be as absolute as possible in our victory. And they are sending armies to deal with us.
I serve no master.
You can get... Where can you go? Over here. Right along here, actually. I want to see whether the enemy is sending armies at me from up here. Okay. End turn. And we'll have a look at the Vulture Mountain, Eye of the Panther, and Martek next time. Cult of Sotek declares war on Clan Mortar and Rockblood tribe. Really? Clan Mortar? You're like opposite ends of the map. Cult of Sotek's all the way over here. Clan Mortar's all the way up here. Maybe they declared war on the Rockblood tribe and Clan Mortar got dragged into the battle. Because the Rockblood tribe has got a presence in Zahotek, I think. Or Tlaqua in Austria. Okay, so do you have a garrison? No, you don't. Martek does, kind of. I get Wild Heart. Waleed, you can get Purple Son of Zeros.
What brings you here?
Mahmud. Boost income. Go there.
The trees tell me much.
Go there. Turbo. That. Hit that. Continue over.
What?
Is there any armies coming for us? Doesn't look like it. Casabar. Ooh, we can upgrade you to level 5. Do so. New mass, one more turn until we can upgrade it to level 4. Don't think we'll have enough money for that.
No. I refuse.
Okay. Where are our enemies currently?
All right.
Water Princes,
Sigmar's
Talia,
will.
Greybeards, Prospectors,
So,
Avaland, oh, and of course Reichland. Okay. In turn. Sure, I'm keeping you around here so that he can either go to Pyrus or Kofa. Because if you set the army in Pyrus, no one likes going for Kofa. So halfway between the two, they'll have to make a decision or sail further down the coastline. Reichland, Confederate Ostermark. Balthasar Gelt declares war on us. That also brings Corone into the battle. Good thing I'm going to be calling this soon. Actually, we've hit 2 hours. We'll go for a bit longer. I'll be able to leave flipping the bird to all the allies. All the Empire factions here. Saying, screw all you all. Araby forever. Greybeard's Prospectors gets peace with the Strigos Empire. Prove the omens. Okay, my lord's back, which I disbanded.
don't think so.
So what's your army? Demolisher Cannon, Precision Cannon, Eyes of the Order, Greybeard's Prospectors, Obsidian Sentries, Skolson Saboteurs. That's the unit which can attack walls. They have demo charges here. Valayas Protectors. They're quite good. For defending your units against ranged. Okay. In a way, me attacking... We'll get you a Pegasus mount. In a way, me attacking the Empire, the Greybeard's Prospectors down here will make them stronger. Because if I get rid of the Vulture Mountain, I, the Panther, and Martek, their capital's going to move. And it will move most likely up to here somewhere. I don't know which settlement it will be, but that will mean that they'll be able to start trading. If it moves to Karak, it won't actually help them, because they still don't have a path to other factions there, but they haven't been able to trade this entire time, because I'm not trading with them. Well, I was trading with them, but since I surrounded them, they were only able to trade with Tlaqua as well. They would have had to have taken a hike to be able to get access to the ocean to trade with anyone else. Okay. Yeah, you can move to here. And, you can just sit there for another turn. So can you two. And going to go down to Lashik, aren't you? Because it's got no walls. Go over here. You go down to Lashik. Continue moving across. They're actually really friendly with me.
No, I'm not dead. My heart still beats. But am I mortal?
Yes, yes.
Count, what do you want, Thrall?
You're not interested in anything. Probably because our diplomacy reliability is very low. Funny that. I wonder how that happened. It's a complete mystery. Okay, end turn. And we'll attack them next turn. Count Courted Labaris declares war on Clan Eshin. Behold the tide of Empire armies, which will be coming down south to attack us. Are we still positioned as strength rating run 1? Probably not. I think the Empire would have taken that by now. But it was only last session which I checked that. Okay, get Architect. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're rank strength rating 2. Yep, Reichman's above me. As you'd expect.
I will hear your petition, but make no...
Yes, yes. Warmongering Karl France. Oh boy. I say that, I can't say it honestly, because... Who's the bigger threat to peace here? Me? Okay. Take that. Oh, this does count as a, Arabian settlement. Okay. So we get the hard thing for taking these areas. How about that? I didn't know that. What was I getting on you? Oh, yeah. I want Jinn Hunter. So we get Evasion, and then we get Jinn Hunter. Okay. You can attack this. And we'll send our other armies in to support as well. And because we're going longer than, you know, I don't think I'll play these battles, but just all to resolve them. 19,000. Yeah, sure. Loot and occupy it. Take everything. One time I've done that, just for the money. I work hard for the money. Get slave traders, fields, basic walls. No unique settlement here either. Gem cutters up there.
Jade Wizard.
Okay. You can continue marching through there. I'm gonna march you up to here. So you can support Omar as you march towards Martek. Unless I send you off to attack Martek. Thorgrim Grudgebearer has landed. You can go to Fyrus, I suppose. You'll probably just hop off and
No.
Where are you going? Landry? Get black powder forges here. Black Tower of Arkan is level 5. Don't really need stronger walls there for the moment. Upgrade Numas. Numas has a unique building, doesn't it? Oh, it's got this one. The conduits. Excavation. Okay, march along again. Just bringing to my attention any Empire armies which are waltzing down. And you can get Transformation of Kadon. Go. Ooh, there's another point. Majid. Ooh, I can actually get any of these because they're all above level 7. Or rank 7. Sure, get Royal Decree. The true veterans of Araby are bestowed with titles and finery befitting their contribution to these great lands. Enter. It actually makes those very, makes those, bonuses which apply only for units with rank 7 or above much more appealing. If with the way that the Caspar buildings recruit rank bonus it stacks. It's a nice, you could just get like 3 of those buildings and then you can recruit units at rank 9, which is very nice. Because previously, you'd have to level up the units. Take a long time to level units up to rank 7. And, yeah, so being able to get them a bit faster. Oh, Thorgrim's over here now. Ugma tribe is destroyed. The culling of the evil factions has begun. Okay, march up there. March up. We deal with you? Yeah, I think we could. Thorgrim's a bit of a problem. A perfect figure. Oh. He's got 2 heroes with him, but the rest of his army is very small. 2 precision cannons and demolition cannon. Get out of here. Nah, he retreats towards El Hike. Bad move, High King. Ooh. Get out of here. Grudge Killer. Research ring. Did I lose unit somewhere? I got another unit of Arabian Corsairs.
Our paths have crossed. Diaran whispers.
Okay. You can move up to here.
Nature is yours.
Build the fields. Go up to the Eye of the Panther. Look Oasis. Oh, bloody old to book. Upgrade that. And
Never.
ooh, shit. You over there. Get wound level 2.
A wise move.
Continue on. Ah, there's a Firmia.
Bring me flesh to craft.
And turn. And we'll end when we take Martek. I think. Why do I get the feeling that another crusade of Bretonia is coming towards Araby now? Like, see? Could never trust them. Crusaders of Albion declare war on Caron Car. Really? Okay. I'll get the purple sun as Zeros.
No way.
Ogrim Iron Fist is marching towards us. No. Okay. In a circle. Go up here. Let's take the settlement. There we go. And there, we now own the entirety of this area. How's that? Pretty good. Get earthing. You can get rally. Transformation of Kadon. Banishment. And Martek. What have you got in you? Okay, nothing unique. Again. That's fine. The mountainous areas aren't really part of our faction. It's interesting that we get the bonus from taking them, but no unique buildings from them. You can march up there. And there's Ungrim there. Okay, so that would be pretty much it for our Araby campaign. That's pretty good progress. Taking all that. 142. It's not, you know, sure, certain. Many other people could do it faster. Yes. I'm not trying to be fast. That's the problem. It's that's the thing. It's just, you know, at my own speed. Oh, there. And that's Araby as I stand at the moment. Been updated a fair bit since last I played as one. Quite good. All these new models as well. It's, so cool. We only got one of those. Takes quite a lot of takes quite a bit of effort to upgrade to that. What level is that? I think that's like rank 12. It's not that high, really. Rank 12. Probably on the cusp of getting it for a few other lords. Level 2 levels away for you. 3 levels away for you. 5 levels away for you. 6. Yeah. So They make a very nice centerpiece for the army. So yes, I will save it here. And also, we'll, I will, let's see. Okay, usually for the campaigns, I reload the game with the, Fog of War removed. That we can have a look and see what the world is like at the end of it. For people watching later on YouTube, usually I would pause the recording here, but since I've changed how the recording is done in OBS, I'm not able to pause it anymore, so you're gonna have to sit along for the ride of reloading the game and all that. So, let's quit Warhammer 2, and we'll load it back up again. With the, no fog mod. This is more just for my own interest, so that I can see what factions are doing in the world. Okay. The mod is done by one Riak. It's just a simple mod. Like, as I said, I like seeing what the AI has been up to in other areas of the world. Not like I can remember what the different times I've done it in the past, but well, just noting anything which seems out of the ordinary. I have seen that the what's it called? The Lamprey's Revenge faction? The Loster Difin's faction is still around. Though, I suspect for most of it, it will be pretty familiar. I assume Ulth 1 is all together. They probably have expanded into Nagarond. Or Nagaroth. The Empire is together, for what it seems. Corone owns Bretonia. I suppose Bretonia will own Norska as well. Let's say that. The Badlands are actually not as... what's it called? The Badlands, for what we've seen, is not as, dwarf, you know, controlled as it usually is, because the Greybeard's Prospectors ended up being the dominant dwarf faction through Confederation, and as I mentioned before, that faction is not as effective. Oh, no, cutscenes? Interesting. The Greybeard's Prospectors faction is not as strong as the base dwarf faction. Auto resolve wise, so that would have been hampering the dwarf faction a fair bit when it comes to dealing with their threats. Also, because their capital was down in Araby, for a while that meant that they were recruiting armies and sending them up the ocean, the coastline, back up to Barak Var, which would have made them quite a bit slower at dealing with opponents. It did seem like they were getting on top of issues later on in the campaign. Though we have seen that the Greenskins are still around. Morgheim is still owned by the Strigos Empire. Clan Eshen control pretty much all of the Araby. No, not all of the Araby. All of the Darklands area to the east. I'm betting also parts. I believe also parts of it, of the Badlands, are owned by Rotblood tribe. Mia are still there. I can't see those because they have ruins. They're any areas they control are ruins, but I'm just guessing based on the fact that there's chaos corruption there. I don't think I've seen the Familiar really make a empire. It's more the Rockblood tribe which does that. The Familiar, for what I've seen, don't really expand. They just sit in their settlements. Yeah, that's about it. It's kind of funny because as the Greybeard's Prospectors were the major faction for the Dwarves, as they confederated the other minor Dwarf factions into themselves, in a way, it was making the Dwarf faction weaker. Because they had the smaller unit count in their roster. Though, it did see that some of the armies were around for quite a bit longer because they had a lot of Longbeards in them. I do think the Dwarves' habit of recruiting armies made up predominantly of Longbeards is a big reason why they overpower so much. It's like greenskins making armies of, like, just boy biggins, or the Empire making armies of greatswords. It's, I know they're the better unit, but thematic-wise, it's just not very fun to see. Longbeards should be like a, 2 to maybe 4 in an army. Because I see them more as a supporting unit for the Dwarf Warriors. With their encourage. Rather than a replacement for the Dwarf Warriors. But that's just me. Also, as I said at the beginning of this, I'm going to have to think out what faction I'm going to do now. Blue Vipers, perhaps. I'd like to play a campaign for Austria. We've always been in the old world so far. I did say Belisarian's Dragon mod. I forget what... Empire of Dragons? I forget what it's called exactly, but maybe I'm going to have to look at that mod to see whether it has been updated, because there was some work on it being done on it too. And a bit more. From what I played of it last time, it's still really kind of a work in progress. It's completely playable, and it's got a roster of unique units, and it's got interesting mechanics in it. But it's like extra tweaking, a few extra units here and there. I think there was an update a while ago when we did it. If I play with that one, however, we'll have to play without several other mods. I think Ovian Lost Factions actually conflicts with it, as well as the We Special mod, because the Dragon mod, the Belisarian's Dragon faction, replaces or uses the... What does it use? It replaces one of the greenskin factions. So any mod which modifies that greenskin faction doesn't play nice with it. I have a document in my desktop which I wrote to remind myself which mods I found conflict with it. It's just an issue of like several mods which modify the same factions. Okay. So, here we are. And, let's have a look at what the campaign map's like. There's a lot of ruins, or a lot of hidden settlements. Carrick Zorns. I assume all this is owned by Skaven? Let's have a look. Yep. That's all owned by Skaven. Oh, they also own Rasetra. The Golden Tower. Tlaqua is still owned by... Just so. The Last Defenders is still around also. Where's this? Army? Oh, look at that. Last Defenders own Dreadrock. Oh, they own Pig Barter too. And the Fortress of Vorag. Hey, how about that? I don't think I've ever seen them move up here. Looks like Skaven owned this as well. Shattered Stone Isle, Dragon Fang Mount. Admiral Leech, are you the only... It looks like you're the only, Dark Elves over here. I don't think I've ever seen the Lizardmen move up here. To, fight. There's also the Amazons. I think they're still in the process. Being worked on, though. Yeah, Dwarves own this. Greenskins are still around. They keep popping up because of rebellions. It looks like most of this is owned by Clan Wars and Clan Eshin. Karak-Azul is owned by Red Fangs. Just took it. Crooked Fang Fort and Dringarakas. Karagate Peaks, I suppose that's owned by Skaven. Myrmidons, yes, Border Princes still. Clan Agrod didn't end up confederating. Buftar, Maragliano, Licini, Sartosa was owned by Talia. Skavenblight's still owned by Clan Scryer, and I think they own this. Yeah, I think Bretonia actually moved down and took Magritta at some point, but they've since lost it again. Bretonia has been fighting against the Wood Elves. They've taken the Westfall Palace. But yeah, they otherwise own the entirety of Bretonia, including Musalon. Blackstone Post is owned by Marienburg. Fort Burbray is also, and Grugsend. So, how many armies was the Empire sending down to attack me? I'm not actually seeing any. Maybe this one? They might have been in the process of sending armies. Do own a lot up here. There's Boris Todbringer. It's got the Talisman of Uruk. Essence of Ruin? That Chaos? I suppose it is. Kislev is owned by the Empire. Or Ostrosk. I suppose that's owned by Skaven? Yeah. Elpit's gone.
Impossible. Not likely.
Yep. Looks like Bretonia has been moving off into Norska, as well as the Empire. I'm surprised they're able to hold it so well, considering the really high corruption here. Maybe they're not holding it too well. I mean, just like... What's peasants gather? What does that mean for public order? Is that... That's not no, military presence is 9. Peasants gather?
By all that I hold,
I don't know what that is. I haven't played as Bretonia for so long. Maybe that's why they are able to take it so easily. Carl France is up here. There's James Gutbub. Elpit, Lamb Mortar is up here. Raka Draken's still around. Raka Ravensvake has been lost, though, to the Empire. I suppose it was a ruin. I don't think Chaos actually invaded yet. Not like they're going to have much of a problem with Chaos in the end anyway. Black Pit is owned by Nordland. Yeah, the Empire's just Empire. About what you would expect. Vampire Corruption here, Osmosis. Oh, that will be from Bloodkeep. Yeah. Bloodkeep's still around. It's pretty impressive. Though they are surrounded by enemies. Albion. It's owned by Albion. That's nice to see. What about up here? Ooh. Nagarond actually owns all of up here. Yeah, even Ironfrost. Dagras End. They've taken nearly this entire place. Let's not get over enthusiastic. Rakdo Gorge is still ruins. Trock Tak Mountain is still ruins.
Call me Lord Craventail.
I suppose Tretch Craventails had these places. Hotek's Column is owned by... Oh, they're at war. Okay. But Nagarond has actually done pretty well. They own all of this. Yeah, good to see. I'll keep corruption on. We can't see which areas these factions own because this is all under the fog of war normally. So I have to actually go there to get it to update the map with their areas. Oh look, Exiles and the Heck are still around. There's still Tomb Kings in the world. No. Labaris is still around. Morrigan's still around? No, no. Is it Morrigan? Morathi. Thank you.
Feel my power.
Ooh.
Who seeks me?
Nagarond has been invading Ulthwan.
Dreadlord, awaiting
How about
command.
that? Clan Nor's still around.
Mother of the dark.
Where's, Malekith? Were they invading up into Norscar? Doesn't look like it. Hey, Malekith, where are you?
Lord of the Black Court.
You have? Rakarth the Beast Lord. He has the Sword of Cain. Okay. Doram.
All power.
Yandis. There's Malekith. It's in Hag Hall. That Ring of Hotek.
Very well.
Dalroth Sailor.
Supreme sorceress of Grant.
Another Dark Elf army down here.
Servant of light.
Lariel the Radiant.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
Illyrian's over here.
Nature's torment.
Hag sorceress of Grant.
Yeah, it kind of looks like... I don't know how successful Nagaron or the Dark Elves will be against taking Ulthwan. Phoenix Gate, well, actually. That's only level 2, so they must have lost it for a while. They own the Unicorn Gate, Griffin Gate, and the Eagle Gate. They're not doing too badly. How about Lustria? Let's see. Skeggy is still around.
Yes.
Huntsmaster with Expedition owns the Fallen Gates. And Hexodal, actually. Looks like Skeggy have taken a lot of this. Moonshard, Hexodal, Bombtown, Aku Peaks, and all that's owned by Huntsmaster's Expedition. Quite a few areas owned by Defenders of the Great Plan. This is caused by Nakai the Wanderer. Okay. The Drowned just own Floating Pyramid from the looks of it. They start up here, so they've actually lost a bit of progress. Okay. Teto Echo is in Tlaxlan. Zahotek is... Yeah, the Nakai the Wanderer seems to have done a fair bit of work. Even the Mines and the Bearded Skull. Where is Nakai? Oh, there he is. I just looked completely over him. Yeah. Sentinels and Seti are still around. I don't think I've ever really seen them get defeated, confederated into the Lizmen, or really anything. The fact that they've expanded up here is a bit interesting. And they've got an army over here. Okay. Zlan Huapek. Still owned by Tehenowin. Clan Pestilence is not around anymore. Itza doesn't really seem to have done too much. Gorok is just there. Yeah, they haven't really taken too much. Golden Magus over here. The Flaming Scimitar faction of Arabians still owns the Poxmarsh. We never ended up getting contact with them. The Awakening is still owned by the the Awakened. Vampire Coast. Star Tower is owned by High Elves. Galleon's Graveyard still owned by El Blubberbait. Where's what's his name? Count Noctilus. Is he dead? Possibly. Yeah, it doesn't look like either that there's any plagues going on at the moment. So there we go. Overview of the world. Much of it's the same. I do think the Dwarves being this other faction has stymied their growth a fair bit, because it took them quite a while to get this under control, and even then they haven't owned all of it. Though the Greenskins were a bigger threat against them, and I thought the Greenskins were going to wipe out the Dwarves, but then the Empire came down and took Black Crag, which, yeah. I suppose it's kind of a problem. If the Greenskins go to war against the Dwarves, or the Greenskins attack the Dwarves, the Empire gets aggressive, and 2 against 1. Okay. Well, that will be it for this overview and this episode. That was a pretty fun campaign. All the elephants and the flying carpets, the djinn, and all the new appearances for the units, and the new mechanics, and also the tech tree, which we got towards the end, or about halfway through. Yeah. It would have been good if we had it from the beginning, but, you know, that was an update later on. I was surprised that we got it at all, actually. I didn't think that a tech tree would update halfway through a campaign. Turns out it did, at least in this case. But yes, that will be enough. That will be it for this campaign as Araby. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me for whatever faction I play as next.